Thank you, Kikan. Thank you, sweets. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, so much, so much. Um, the reason why I'm discussing this topic tonight is because out lately, a lot of people have been complaining about more and more receipt checking at Walmart's, even when you have, everything in bags. And hey, Deanna. Hey, what's up, lady? And most of us are already used to, for a very, very long time, having our stuff checked if it is not in a bag. If it is major big items like TVs, vacuums, or even juice that we don't need a bag for. We can carry the container with our hands, with the little piece on the end of the juice, like let's say Hawaiian Punch or something like that. Um, but lately there's a store in my area that a lot of people are complaining about because all of a sudden the line is being held up at the door when people are leaving because everybody's receipts are being checked regardless if everything's in your bag or not. And some people think, well, if you're not stealing anything, or what does it matter if they want to check every single person's bag, when you're leaving the store, even if your cart when you're leaving the store, even if everything is bagged up. We not used to this. We're not used to this. So I told my friend I would discuss it live tonight. And if anybody wanted to call in and quote their concerns, because I guess, it's happening more and more. Where like you already wait in line forever at Walmart because they have 50 aisles and only 3 of them be open. So you wait in the line forever. Then when you get out, you have to stand in line to get out the store. And even though all your stuff is in bags, you still get treated like you possibly taken something or you possibly didn't pay for anything. And some people's like, oh, it's no big deal, it's no big deal. And some people is really frustrated. Like, it's one thing to check my cart if something is not in a bag because it can't fit in a bag or just because they didn't give me a sack for it. But it's another thing when everybody in the store is being checked when they leave out. I mean, I just want to know how you guys feel about it. Do you guys feel like it's your right if they check your receipts or not? Because some people's like, forget that. They ain't going to check my receipt if I have everything in sacks. Or if I'm not giving them cause or giving them concern that I done got the 5-finger discount spirit. You said you shop at Target. Kikan, you said they some clowns. Fool and Fluffy self checkout that paid for this slide. That didn't pay for the slide. That is you said Deanna said those aren't beeper. Fooling with Fluffy is a bluff. Hey Maurice, what's up? Thank you, sweets. And by the way, you guys, right after this review, I'm going to end this live and then we're going to discuss power. So if some of y'all stand up late, I will be coming right back to discuss the last episode of Power, episode 2. So just giving y'all a heads up. But you said why they ain't checked the white man who came in at the girl. Shoot, exactly, Fluffy. Exactly. Why didn't they check him? But some people is like, okay, it's just not right. It's just not right. So I came across a little bit of information about the policy and everything because there's been a lot of talk lately about Walmart, like within the last year, checking everybody's receipts. The only time most stores, we're not talking about Walmart right now, but most other stores, the only time they usually ask to see the receipt of someone leaving the store is if they had a reasonable suspicion that they may have shoplifted. They might have got that 5-finger discount spirit on their back. It's called shopkeeper's privilege. The shopkeeper's privilege is when they have a right to check your bags or your receipt if they have reasonable suspicion. That's what most stores go by. Most stores. But if somebody believes, at a store believes that you shoplifted or you taken something, then they're gonna take you in the back and detain you and possibly call the police. That's what most stores do if they think that you are stealing. But Walmart done went from checking your receipts if you got stuff that's not in a sack to checking everybody's receipts. And I'm like, is this true? So I didn't question some people today to find out if this is happening. And so far it's only happening at a local Walmart, and I call it in the hood. It's not at the Walmarts that's way out in West, way out in West Omaha, Bellevue, Papio. A lot of people are saying this is only happening to our Walmart in the hood, and y'all already know I'm in the hood. I'm in the hood. No shame, no shame. I'm not in the hood where I'm dodging for bullets every day, but I'm still in what you consider the hood. And I like my neighborhood. But anyway, moving on. Do some of y'all have that issue going on where y'all live, like in y'all cities, in y'all states? Have they started doing that, like checking everybody's receipts, regardless if you have everything bagged up or not? Keekan, you said if they check me at that point, I want a full refund because it would be I heard somebody say that too. When I was having a conversation. They was like, I want a full refund. They gonna follow me all the way back to customer service. And I don't care if I got $300, $400 in that cart. They gonna sit there and they gonna take it all back. You say they do it in Dallas. Triple D gang. Hey, what's up? It's so hard to find a shopping basket. And Sean, you said you get a refund and go to Target. I ain't mad at you. I like Target. I like Target too. And then a lot of people, they giving Walmart a pass because they're like, losers to shoplifters and, dishonest employees, the employees that sometimes like not ring stuff up at the, checkout line. That does happen. But, it costs retailers billions of dollars every year. And they said not only should Walmart or any other retailer have the right to ask to see your receipt, regardless if they have cause, they have an obligation to their owners and their shareholders to protect the business from theft. That's what some people are saying. But I checked, and I couldn't find any statute, any law, or anything that requires any retail place to stop everybody and see if everything on their receipt is everything that's in their cart, including if everything is all bagged. Me personally, I think is kind of messed up. Me personally, because like I said, especially if you're in a rush, you at the grocery store, Walmart, I like to go to Walmart. I really, really do. I just hate that they have 50 lanes and only like 3 of them be open. And sometimes in the lanes where you check out, some people be having full baskets up in there and you still gotta wait. And then you gotta wait when you leave the store. You gotta stand in line. And so my son went to Walmart the other day because he just got a new car. And well, it's an older car, but it's new to him, it's new to us. But it has it's a 2005 and it doesn't have the auxiliary cord in it. So he went to Walmart to buy the set where you can hook the auxiliary. It's some kind of auxiliary thing that you connect to the lighter, and you can connect that to your phone, and then he can play music from his phone, through his car speakers. That's until he gets his CD player, get a professional to put one in for him. So in the meantime, he's using that, and he bought it from Walmart. And so I asked him, I said, son, what happened when you went to Walmart yesterday when you was leaving? I'm like, I've been hearing about people complaining that the Walmart in the hood is checking every single person's receipt. I said, did they check your receipt? And he said, as a matter of fact, they did. And I'm like, but your stuff was in a sack, right? He said, yeah, it was in a sack. That was the only thing I bought. It was in a sack. So he didn't have a card. He just had the sack in his hand and he had the receipt. And even though he had the receipt in his hand and he had the sack in the other hand, the lady still stopped him and asked him to look inside his sack. I was like, are you kidding me? So it is true? And I said, well, was there other people in front of you or behind you or anybody else that they were asking? He said, yeah, they was asking everybody. I'm like, so it's true. So I was like, okay. You said so many people return stolen items from other stores without the receipt for cash back. Mm-hmm. And Fluffy said, like I'm trying to get my black African, so stop playing. But I get slick, forget the lines. I start doing all my shopping for food, clothes, rental stuff. Then I get my cosmetic last. Sean, you said, yes, in Reno, the Walmart has one physical person open for 6 beers and the rest of the self-checkout. You said, let's see. Keycan said, facts, Fluffy, they don't unlock the cabinet after a certain time. Oh, y'all talking about like seeds and stuff like that. Oh, fooling with Fluffy. I don't understand either. I don't understand that. Why all the black hair care products be locked up. I really don't understand that. I really don't understand that. I really don't. It's just crazy how all of these other stores who have been around longer than Walmart don't do that. Like the Targets and, the other stores that have been around forever. They don't do that. The Hy-Vees, they don't do that. But Walmart does that. And I don't know. A lot of people are not happy with it. And so, therefore, I told, my friend I was going to discuss it tonight. And I would allow people to call in and voice their concerns if they wanted to. Another thing about this is that somebody said you do not have to stop. You do not have to show them receipt. There's no law stating this. And they also said, in fact, it's a health and safety issue to block an egress because of the fire department, specifically mandates that entrances and exits be devoid of obstruction, including those made by the staff. Bottom line, the law is clearly against the practice of people congregating by the entrances and exits, even if it's to check your receipt. Now, obviously, the exits will be blocked if there are people lined up with their cards and got receipts and got everything in their sack bag. Somebody said it's actually a illegal search and seizure. Now, I don't know about that. How y'all feel about that? Somebody said it's actually an illegal search and seizure, and if cops need a warrant or probable cause, what makes anyone thinks a Walmart employee doesn't? And they said just say no thank you, and if they try to prevent you, file a lawsuit. That's what somebody said. I know people today who were shopping at the Walmart in our hood was talking about everybody should stop shopping there. Everybody should call in to corporate, file a complaint, because it's just weird how it be specific stores that do that. And some people feel, like it's not right. It is illegal, and that they should be able to just walk away and say, no, you're not shopping, you're not stopping me. And I've seen where some people said they've done it before. They told them no, and what they gonna do? I mean, what really can they do if you tell them no? Are they gonna arrest you? Then again, that might make them believe that you might have something in your possession that you didn't pay for. So it can go both ways. Fluffy said, I'm gonna be honest, we need to not support Walmart. They have camps in China with Asian folks living in closets making the products we buy for 15 cents a day. Girl, really? I'm gonna have to look into that. I mean, I didn't heard that before. But then again, I hear that about a lot of different, brands. Shoot, remember we used to hear that about the Jordans? We used to hear that about Michael Jordan's shoes. Allegedly, people was working, in sweatshops and barely getting paid anything. We done heard that about a lot of different clothing designers. So I ain't saying I don't believe it. I'm just saying, if they are doing practices like that, it's not right. It's not right. It is not right. And then when you over there and you living over there and you don't have the opportunities to make a lot of money or work at decent companies or go to college or all that kind of stuff, it's like, what else can you do? But, do these jobs and get paid very minimal, for your time. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, a lot of things do come from China. Hey, Gigi. Hey, Crypto Tech. Hey, who else just came through here? Hey, YS Books, DC12. Hello, everybody. Did I speak to everybody? I want to make sure I spoke to everybody. I'm going through the chat. I spoke to Deanna, Keycan, Triple D, Maurice. Okay, I think I spoke to everybody. I always try to make sure I speak to everybody when they come in. But yeah, but y'all, listen. So what I did today was, I was concerned about it, and I was like, well, let me call and try to get some information. Well, I called the Walmart in the hood, the one that everybody's complaining about, and I asked them about it, and they told me that they couldn't answer my questions, and I would have to call corporate. Can you believe that? The manager told me that I would have to call corporate. So I was like, okay, I'll call corporate. So let me tell y'all. Hold on. Let me plug my little thing up. I'm about to play something for y'all. Tell me if you can hear it. Okay? Okay, again, this is the Walmart. It's in North Omaha on 50th and Ames. I'm calling regarding this policy, the bagging policy. Like, I've been shopping at your store forever, and I know there's a policy where if something is not bagged, then it has to be checked on the receipt by, at the door. But all of a sudden, the Walmart on Ames Street now, they have lines backed up at the door because they check in every single person's receipt, whether you have something bagged or not bagged. And then they talk about it's the law, and the police is right there saying it's the law, and it's only this location on Ames Street. So I said, I'm going to call corporate and file a complaint, because this isn't right for people to be shopping and everybody treated like a criminal, like they stole something at the door. So is this something you guys just enforced, and why is it only that location?
Well, with this, I know more stores are checking more receipts more often.
It was every single person. It was a line, like a whole bunch of people, and everybody had their stuff in bags.
Yes, and as I was saying, more and more stores are checking the receipts for asset protection reasons, just to make sure that everything is going properly at the registers as they should be, and that's why the receipts are being checked more often.
Okay, but again, why is it just this store, and is that really a law? What happens if you don't show them your receipt? Like, some people... I meant to say, is that really policy? I said law by mistake, but that's what I meant. I thought I'd pause it and tell y'all that real quick. I meant to say, is that policy? But anyway, moving along. It was like, I ain't got to show them nothing. And I just don't understand. And there are people here in the city posting all over social media saying they're going to boycott Walmart.
Well, with this, I can most certainly get your complaint and the feedback documented and get it to the proper level of management.
Please do.
Reviewed and taken into consideration when or if changes are made.
Please do. And is there like somebody like in management or somebody that can call me back specifically?
Well, with this, I can't guarantee a callback just because I can't guarantee that the policy will change, but I can get your feedback submitted on that.
Okay. All right. I guess that's good enough for now. Okay, there you have it. The manager at the Walmart in our hood didn't want to talk to me really about it. Told me to call corporate. And then when I called corporate, they really weren't much help either. You know, it sounded like she was just trying to file my complaint because you could hear her typing in the background like she was filing the complaint. But then I'm like, well, dang, what's the purpose of filing a complaint if nobody can call me back? And then she's talking about if the policy changes, they might call me back. I thought that was like... okay. And then I didn't let y'all hear the rest because all she was asking me was, do you have a few minutes, afterwards to listen to this survey and rate my customer service, something like that. I was like, yeah, sure. And then right after that, I just hung up. I'm like, no, I don't have a few extra minutes. You didn't have a few extra minutes to give me a direct answer. It's like when I kept telling her why certain stores, and she kept saying more and more stores, are doing that now, but it's really not. When it's like one store in a city, one store in the hood, it looks really suspect when there's about 10 more of them jokers, in the city. Okay, but here's the phone number. If anybody wants to call in, I can turn on the phone lines. Just let me know if you want to call in. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap this up. I promise that I would do that for my friend and do a review on this tonight. She did say something like it was, DC, she did say something like it was for theft and things like that. But yeah, that's something like we already know that even before, they started doing it, like before when they were only checking your receipts for items that were not bagged. We know it's for theft. We know you want to make sure this big 50-inch TV I didn't just pick up and throw in the cart and walk out. But with the new policies of them checking every single person that leaves the store, even if everything that is in their sack is everything in their cart is in their sack. Like they stopped me. Yeah, it did sound scripted, Keekan. Like they stopped my son yesterday when he went to buy something for his car, and they were stopping people in front of him, and my son only had one sack. One sack with a little piece in it for his car, and he had his receipt in his hand, and he still had to show what he had in his sack. Like they're doing it to everybody now, regardless if it's bagged or not bagged. And yeah, it did sound like she was reading from a script. I'm like, why she kept saying, well, as I said, more stores are doing this now. And I know it's for to prevent theft. That's the original reason why they did that. But again, with it getting to this next level where I can have all my stuff backed up and I still got to show you receipt, and everybody we standing in line waiting minutes to buy stuff, to get checked out. Then we gotta go step in another line and wait for everybody's stuff to get checked out. Let's say people got 15, 20, 30 sacks, and they gotta check every sack. Like, are you serious? I mean, come on now. They gotta use something better than that. And it's like, okay, it's not every store. And it's crazy because this is what happened. My son, he first went to Walmart out west, the Blair Walmart here in Omaha. He went to the Walmart out west a day ago. He said nothing like that happened there. He bought something, came out. There was no people waiting there to check every single person's bags, keyword bags. There was nobody there. But then when he went to the one in the hood today, they were checking everybody's bags, keyword bags. Not items in your cart that were not bagged. They're checking everybody's bags. And I think it's really messed up. It's like, if you're going to do it for one store, do it for all the stores. It's kind of really, that's what a lot of the complaints are about. You said when they try to stop us and don't stop the one in front of us, my husband will say, come on, forget them. And see, Lady J's, I hate that as well. I really hate that. Like, if you're going to do it to one, like, what do y'all go by? Do y'all go by Did that person look suspect? What did they do to give you cause to think they're stealing something? I mean, it has to be something across the board. It has to be something across the board because in order for them to do that, if you either gonna do them all or you're gonna only do the ones who don't have stuff in there, who don't have their items bagged up. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. NCDC 12, that's another thing. A lot of people is like, well, Sam's, they check people receipt, but Sam's is also like a contract you have as well with your when you get a contract for Sam's, and you get their card so you can get, discounted rates and shop there whenever you want. It's kind of like in the agreement. It's in the agreement, but then with the regular Walmarts, it's like you don't have no kind of customer even if you have like a Visa or Walmart, Walmart card, that's what I'm trying to say. Even if you have like a Walmart credit card, you know what I'm saying, it's still not in the agreements where, oh, we gotta check your bags, check your card, even if everything's bagged up. So, a lot of people is concerned and they're voicing their concerns. And like I said, people were talking about boycotting Walmart. And I'm like, do you think you should have the right to say no? I don't want to show you my receipt and walk out the door. And can they force you? Like, what can they do? Can they force you? Can they stand in front of you with their arms out and say, I'm sorry, but I can't allow you to leave the store? Especially when all your items are bagged up. I just think it should be if somebody gives you cause. If somebody's acting suspicious. I mean, if somebody's on camera watching somebody and they act looking like they done put something in they, cart and didn't pay for it, or put something on their body part, in their pockets or something inside their jacket. I mean, stuff like this is crazy, y'all. This is crazy, like the holidays, when everybody's in line for the holidays and they got $300 worth of food in their cart. You really have to check everybody's bags now? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Cherishing Flow, I thought they did too. I mean, I had heard about that a long time ago. So I don't know if they still do that, but I'm pretty sure they do. Because a lot of stores have secret shoppers. And basically they be pretending like they shopping and actually got their eyes on people who might look suspect. Like somebody will be watching on the cameras and they might like hit them up and be like, go over to this section and check this shopper out and see if they look suspect, like they done stole something or trying to steal something. Yeah, me personally, I'm like, I don't know. I just thought I'd bring the subject up tonight, because it was a lot. Like, let me read y'all some of the things that people were saying on here when I was discussing it with my friend. Hold on. Okay. Okay, this is what somebody said. Some guy said they're doing this now by searching everybody's bags because people steal too much. And if people start stealing too much, Walmart will leave our community. It's one of those reasons why it's hard to keep businesses in black communities. So that's what somebody said regarding the store in the hood, that we are now seeing everybody's bags are being inspected. Like, this is why it's hard to keep businesses in the black communities. That's his opinion. A lot of people is like, nope, you don't have to show them. If they make you tell them to give you a refund and they can keep that ish. And she said, I promise I promise that you do not have to show them. That's what she said. Somebody said you do not have to show them. What is this? Okay, this one says, somebody asked, somebody said in the event of a receipt check, Walmart has not seen you conceal and fail to pay for merchandise because you have not stolen anything. Receipt checks are voluntary, and if you're not in the mood for one, it's within your rights to be on your merry way. So, some people is saying that you do not have to show them. And some people in the chat has even said that, they don't show them if they don't want to. Hey, Hustle family, what's up, fam? Renee Thomas. Hey, Shelly girl. Hey. Hustle said, I'll show them and then ask for my money back. That's what some people are saying. Go ahead, Cherish. Play devil's advocate. You are more than welcome. Cherishing Flow said, to play devil's advocate, I will say that a lot of kids are taking bags to put things in their bags they don't pay for and put in the cart and pretend to pay for things and stuff. Yep. I believe you. I believe that, kids and grown-ups. You know what? There's times when I've been to a store and I have literally seen kids and grown-ups stealing. But I'm like, dang, maybe they really need it. I'm not about to go up to, they stealing in aisle 9, stealing in aisle 9. First of all, that's not my job. Y'all not paying me. Y'all not paying me to snitch on nobody in those stores. So I'll just be like, I'll just be on my merry way. Like that one guy just said, be on your merry way. But, yeah, so you said that's the secret security. Right. That's the secret. That's what they supposed to do. So maybe they are doing away with their secret shoppers. I don't know. Yeah, right, Renee. That's the thing. It's a shame. People are gonna steal. People steal from every store. That's the whole thing. It's like people steal from every store. We have like probably, I want to say maybe five major store names in our city. There's a ton of Walmarts, and then there's the stores, that's been around forever. And they don't check your bags. That's the thing. It's like, why, Walmart? Why? Why are y'all the only store that does this? And that's why some people said they boycotting Walmart and they gonna start shopping somewhere else. Because they don't feel that is right. Again, it's one thing for you to have something large in your cart that you can't put in a sack. And let me check it. I've never had a problem with that. When I was buying TVs, vacuums, tables, lamps, just odd things that can't go in a sack. I never had a problem with that. Here you go. Paid in full. All right, later. And I go on my merry way. But now, I just don't like that. I don't like that you have to check every single person, every single sack, every single cart. Lady J, hey Lady J, hey Trapper. If y'all just coming in, we just discussing these new policies with Walmart, how some stores are checking every person's cart as they leave the store, regardless if they got their items in a sack or if they got items that are not bagged. And people are unhappy that they have to stand in line at the door to get out. So yeah, a lot of people are not happy about that. But Crypto said you saw someone get caught up in Walmart trying to buy a TV. They used a Kool-Aid packet to scan the item. We know people try to get over. You can't treat everyone right. You can't treat everyone like a criminal, and that's how people feel. Like I'm being treated like a criminal. Like, okay, you got people that steal from your store. Everybody does. The malls. People steal from the malls. People steal from Pennies, from dealers, from the high end stores, and they don't check everybody's sacks when you leave out the door. So Walmart again. Why are y'all the only ones that do that? That's the problem here. You said it's playing BS. ID, show your receipt so you can give me my money back. Wow. It's crazy. It's crazy. But anyway, you guys, I really wanted to discuss this with you because I wanted to hear everybody's opinion. I had came across this information talking to my friend, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I did some fact checking, and my son, he went to two different stores, sent him to the one out in Blair, and then he went to the one in the hood. And the one in Blair, he had no issues. Walked right out with his sack. Then he turned around the next day, go to the one in the hood, the Walmart in the hood, and he was behind people. There was people behind. He was behind people who had to open up the the greeter opening up all their sacks. And then again, when people is buying hundreds of dollars of stuff, there's literally no way, like literally no way, the greeter can okay, how many Kool-Aid packets is in your pack? Okay, let me see what's on the receipt. How many, it's like, they not really even looking at all the itemized items on your receipt and comparing it to, it would take them forever to do that. So what's the purpose? What's the purpose? Again, in our city, it's only in the hood. In our city, it's only in the hood. And that's how it is in a lot of other places, too. That's how it is in a lot of other places, too. And I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right. I think they all should do this. It should be across the board with their policy. It should definitely be across the board. You said you've seen teenagers as self-checkouts. Uh-oh, let me scroll back up. Ooh, did I miss the comment? Yeah, Cherishing Flow said, yeah, Walmart isn't special and they aren't the only ones who people... Yeah, right. Like I said, I done seen people... By the way, I've never seen nobody steal from Walmart. Never. It's other grocery stores that I was at that I saw people stealing from. One of them was actually a Family Dollar and the other one was a grocery store. And again... These other stores, they don't check people at the door. They don't check every single sack. So, Walmart, y'all ain't special. Y'all ain't special. And what happened to the rollbacks? Remember the rollback commercial? They don't roll back nothing no more. You said, Lady J said, when I walk out of Walmart, I try to make sure I walk out the door alone. YS Book said, you were led to the store. You should shop at the store with the collard greens. Girl, YS, thank you. Thank you. I was telling y'all last weekend when I was shopping for greens, all the stores didn't have any greens. They was all picked over collard greens. And I happened to go to a store in the hood that was not Walmart, a store right in the middle of the hood. If anybody say hood store, this is like the main one that people be talking about, this other store that I went to. And I went there and they had so many bunches of greens back in the refrigerator because they had, all of them was picked over and sold out, in the vegetable area. But they took me back to the freezer and they had boxes of them. So yes, I got my good greens from the hood store. Not Walmart. But anyway, and they were slamming for yesterday. They were slamming. But rollbacks are rare. It's for items that people don't purchase on the regular. I miss that because back in the day, everything. That's all you saw on the commercials. Rollback. That big old smiley face was on everything. But yeah. It's crazy. But yeah, so that's my little input on, this new policy that they're doing, making everybody stop and show your receipt, whether you have your items in bags or whether they're not in bags. Everybody has to stop and show their receipts and get their bags inspected at certain stores, only at certain Walmarts. And again, a lot of people don't feel that is right because they're not treating everybody the same way. If I feel you're not treating me fair, I will leave it right there. No shame. I work for my money. I know that's right, DC12. I know that's right. Yes, Lady J's, the smiley face is gone. I used to look for that big old yellow smiley face when I used to shop at Walmart back in the day. I mean, you see it in the paper, then you see it, in the store, and basically you would like be it'd be right there, and you're like, okay, let me go here, let me go here, let me go here. Now you just walk in the store and it's like no rollbacks. I don't know. I don't know. But anywho, y'all, make sure if y'all just coming in this video, make sure y'all rewind all the way to the beginning and watch the full video, please and thank you. Make sure you guys hit that like button, please and thank you, and share it out if you like. Share out the live if you like. And if you are new coming across my channel, please make sure you subscribe to my channel, please and thank you very much. And for y'all Power fans, season has just begun. We are the new season and we are on episode 2, which came on Sunday. So if y'all Power fans and anybody else want to stay up with me, make sure you tune in to my next live, because I'm literally going to close this live down and I'm going to set up a new live so that we can discuss the last episode of Power. And it was juicy. It was juicy. Thank you, Lady J's. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, DCYS Books. Everybody in the chat. Keycan, Crypto, Trapper, Cherish and Flow. Who else? Shelly Girl. Real Mamas. Hey, Real Mamas. Hey. Hustle Family, Sunshine, everybody who came into the chat tonight. If you guys are not about to go to bed, I'm about to be back at you guys with a Power review. And again, it was a good episode. So I'm going to holler at y'all later. In the meantime and in between time, for all the rest of y'all, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces.